we had some choices to make, and the choices affected the way we performed. And overall, I thought we performed really, really well. Again, it was a game that we let slip away. We're in control of. We make a couple of mistakes, and a couple of good players in their team have really good games. Yeah, Hiku, yeah, Ratchford, and in the last 30 minutes, Brown really stepped up to the mark. Overall, I thought it was a pretty good contest, and the scoreline don't reflect how tight a game it was.
Do you think that when you got 14-6, I think it was up, that the players just maybe didn't quite have the belief that they could go on and win from there, or?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. It's easy to reflect back and look at the scoreline and look at that point. The next set, we make a mistake. But we don't make a mistake by something cold. We make 2 half breaks from dummy half runs. I want 1 pass away from Reece probably going clear if Danny Craven picks the right pass. We get an offload in there, and Tom Olsen drops the ball cold when he should catch it. They pick it up and scoot down the field and end up. It's not even a try. I'm not even talking about it. He drops the ball cold, and those are the things that, like I say, you don't mind. I can sit here and talk about the players and say that we need to be better at certain points. But what I can't do as well is I can't cover for the facts of the inadequacies of touches, in-goal touches, referees. It makes it harder than it should be. Well, it's already hard enough.
The players took some positives, I presume, because as you say, it was touch and go for.
Well, we knew that this was always, like I say, it's a game we came in to win, a game we're prepared to win, and we wanted to get this middle eights off to a fantastic start. But we also know that it's not won and lost in that first game, and it was about our performance levels that have been steadily getting better over the last couple of weeks. Last game against Warrington with a negative side, we did certain things that we knew we had to continue doing. The lads who came into the side really contributed, I thought. Chris Houston was massive. He was awesome in the game. Probably one of his better games he's had in the second half of the season. Chris Bridge was really good. Danny Craven was good until he fell off a bit of a cliff at the end because, like I say, he's not trained or played or run for a number of weeks. So yeah, we just, that last 20 minutes we just ran out of a bit of steam, and that's not because we're not fit enough. That's because Lloyd White's not played for 10 weeks. Reece Hamby's not played for 10 weeks. Chris Bridge has not played for months. And Danny Craven's not played for 10 weeks. It's like I said, he's got players on the side that the pace of the game and intensity of the game, and our inability to finish off opportunities. We create 3 opportunities that should be points. So we're creating chances. We've just got to turn those into points. But they were desperate as well, and they got some good players in their side, and their prevention of those tries, like I said, a couple of tackles from Steph Ratchford that were outstanding, a couple of catches from him, 2 or 3 really incisive plays as well late on in the game. I think the massive difference between the 2 sides was Steph Ratchford.
So obviously this week half-back combination, we've put Rangi aside. You're happy with running with Mellor and Craven as you have?
Yeah. Danny Craven was one of our better performers. The early part of the year he came into the group and his confidence was growing. His ability to play in a number of positions made him valuable. But he was established himself as probably the half-back that was going to take that left-sided role when Joe came back. Like I say, Tom's had one of those years again where he just can't seem to get going. Every time he gets a chance in the side, he breaks. Whereas Craven was up until getting injured as well. He seemed pretty durable, and the contribution he was making and the confidence he was playing with, and defensively he's really solid. Set him down to be the obvious choice to put in that half-back position.
Is this a must-win this week, Dennis, against Halifax now?
I think we're running into must-wins. Yeah. I think the must-win games are against the championship sides. So whether it's the second or third game, you've got to beat the championship sides. And we can't hide from the fact that we know that they're going to be competitive. We know that they're striving for something more while we're trying to protect something, and that creates like a different kind of focus. Ultimately, every single game against the championship side is a must-win.
I think they were probably the form side of the championship in the back end, weren't they? I think they beat OKR to lose, and they only lost narrowly, and I think late, so I was told, to OKR at the weekend. So you're running against a side that should have a bit of confidence going into this game.
They're good. They're playing good. Mitch Marshall's got them playing good. Like I said, they've been a bit hit and miss. I think they've had some trouble this year with injuries as well. They've been up and down. he's got a little bit of a stable group of players now over the last, like I say, month. And yeah, like I said, I watched the scoreline, didn't watch the game on Sunday, but I've seen the game since, and they've got some good quality players in their team. They play with good shape and understanding of what required. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. Their place is always tough. It's a different size pitch, it's a different environment, and it's a tough place to go and get a result at better times. But we're taking a little bit of confidence out of the Warrington performances, and we seem pretty healthy at the moment as well, which is one of those positives to come out of the year.
The two games I saw over the weekend that involved Championship sides playing Super League sides, I thought Featherstone can consider themselves a bit unlucky to have lost as heavily as they did to Lee, and London ran Catalan claws. It looks like these Championship sides, all four of them, might have something to offer this time.
Well, I think they're just getting used to the format. They're building towards this stage of the year. London are a full-time outfit. Featherstone have got plenty of Super League experience in their group. Halifax have had a taste of it a couple of times, and we know that Hull KR are basically a Super League side playing in Championship, so it's a tough competition, and you're running against sides that, yeah, the form's not been great all year. They've had some problems with selections or with injuries, so you've got four form teams playing against that sides that have struggled with that momentum in the start throughout the year. So that's what makes it a competition. That ultimately it's not about how good the rugby is, it's about just gritting your teeth and surviving.
Before we talk about injuries more generally, I'm told you put out press releases that Eamons retired.
Yeah.
Just a few words about Eamon, because I know that when I speak to the other players, how much respect they've got for him.
He's well, as a rugby player, you want him on the field. When he's fit, you want him playing, and I know he's been unlucky over the last few years, most of his career really, because of the way he plays the game. Like I say, as a coach, you look at someone like him and you want to install what he carries into every single player. Mm-hmm. He plays it 100%. There's no, this has been his detriment, there's no regard for himself. Mm-hmm. He commits himself completely to the cause, throws himself 100%, and it's a shame when you see somebody who loves the game as well. He wants to play, he really enjoys playing, he enjoys being around the lads, just can't do it anymore. And it's, I say, that's the upsetting part of it. He's still young, he's still got a lot of his life to live, and I think he's taken enough batterings and he's taken advice on the fact that, like I say, there's a long way to go in your life. You need to look after yourself, and that advice is that, yeah, he shouldn't charge into anybody at 100 miles an hour again. And it's actually, I feel for Eamon, because he loves what he done.
Just on the more general injury front, did you come out of Friday relatively injury free, Dennis?
A couple of bumps and bangs, but like I say, we're okay, which is, like I say, it's a nice place to be. Alex Gerrard's still a week off with his suspension, but everybody else is ready to go. Tom Gilmore now has come through his injury, so he's up for selection as well. Mm-hmm. So we've got a couple of lads coming back. Aaron Heremiah is making good progress as well. Probably, hopefully, see him again this year, which we didn't think was possible when he hurt his knee. Chris Dean's made some big strides over the last month. The possibility in the next 2 or 3 weeks he'll be putting his hand up for selection. So I'm not. It's like I've got a new team. It's the team has picked at the start of the year, but they all seem to be coming back now. Hopefully, it's not going to come to the needs and requirements to have to use them. Mm-hmm. If we feel that they can contribute, then they're in the team.